Every single day, internet gurus lie to your face. They tell you to try crypto trading, flip NFTs, or start another dropshipping store. Here is the reality. In 2026, those models are complete trash, and it is actually way easier to lose your money than to make any. If you want to build multi-generational wealth in the era of artificial intelligence, you don't need to be a genius. In fact, being super smart can actually hurt you because you overthink the risks and pass up huge opportunities. Today, I am giving you the exact blueprint to make millions. We are going to cover the raw mindset of the 1%, the exact AI business models you can start today to make $10K to $1 million a month, and the God-tier secret to structuring your income so you get paid while you sleep. If you actually want to get rich, close your other tabs, put your phone on silent, and take notes, because in the next few minutes, it will literally rewire your brain for wealth. Let's start with the hard truth. You cannot manifest your way to $1 million. If you are reading books, acting like you are already rich, stop. Money does not discriminate against those who put in the work. You need to stop staying in your head and start getting busy with your hands. Let me tell you a true story from entrepreneur Layla Hormozi. Years ago, she went to a business meetup, completely broke. A guy gets up on stage to speak, and he was kind of an idiot. But then he revealed he was making $400,000 a month. She immediately left the room, called her dad, and said, "I will never work a job again because I am smarter than that guy." That is when she realized making money is just a game. You don't need a high IQ, you just need to play by the rules. She also used to believe she had to manifest money. She read a book that told her to act like she was already rich, so she literally gave away all her groceries to a homeless man, hoping the universe would reward her. Guess what? Nothing happened. She stayed broke until she realized money doesn't discriminate based on your beliefs. It only responds to the hard work you do with your hands. The secret to getting rich is the Dunning-Kruger effect. You put in a massive amount of work without seeing results. For a long time, you will suck and probably lose money, but if you can survive eating dirt, your skills will compound, and then suddenly, you make all the money at once. The reason you aren't rich yet is simply that you haven't learned how to delay gratification. And here is the ultimate rule of money. The amount of money you make is directly correlated to the difficulty of the problem that you solve. For example, there was a guy with a basic SMS software company. He was doing okay, but he was competing with 30 other companies doing the exact same thing. Then, he decided to solve a much harder problem. He created a protein bar that had the lowest calories on the market, didn't use whey, tasted amazing, and didn't give you a stomachache. Because he solved a problem nobody else could, he sold that company for a multi-nine-figure payday. You want $1 billion? Solve a massive problem like Elon Musk transitioning the world to sustainable energy with Tesla. Want to stay broke? Keep solving easy problems that 1 million other people are solving. But knowing how to think isn't enough. You need the vehicle. In exactly 10 seconds, I am going to reveal the 3 specific AI business buckets you can launch right now. One of them can make you $5,000 in the next 30 days. The other can make you over $1 million a month. Pay close attention. To make this simple, we are breaking the best AI opportunities into 3 buckets. Bucket number 1 is the easy bucket. This is for beginners. The goal here is $5,000 to $10,000 a month. You don't need a degree, you just need fast execution. Right now, every small business is desperate for time. You can use AI to set up chatbots or AI receptionists for them. These tools take inbound calls, answer questions, and book schedules without ever complaining or calling in sick. Or use AI for short-form video editing and social media copywriting. You learn the skill, do the daily outreach, and get paid within 30 to 60 days. You think this sounds too simple? Dan Martell has a friend named Mark. Mark had absolutely no background or experience. He just started using AI tools to take long-form videos and cut them into short clips for creators. Now, as a solo freelancer, Mark makes $30,000 every single month with only 7 clients. But once you have momentum, you graduate to the medium bucket. This is where you make $10,000 to $50,000 a month. Here, you stop doing basic tasks and start tying your pay to real business outcomes. Think about starting an automation agency. Businesses are drowning in manual tasks. You come in, use AI to automate their operations, save them time, and scale their revenue. You can also build an AI content agency using tools like HeyGen and 11 Labs to produce massive volumes of high-quality content for brands. You sell outcome-based monthly retainers, not your time. Then there is the hard bucket, the empire builder. This takes years, but the income potential is millions of dollars. This involves buying boring, traditional businesses, like a local campground, and using AI management software to automate 50% of the operations so it prints cash, or building software AI products and micro SaaS tools that solve highly unique problems. The key to this bucket is avoiding shiny object syndrome and committing to 1,000 days of absolute focus. If you want to build an empire, look at what an entrepreneur named Jason did. He bought a super boring traditional business, a local campground. It was stuck in the 1980s. All he did was plug in AI-powered booking, management, and maintenance software to automate the operations. Now, that simple campground literally prints cash. Okay, so now you have the AI vehicle, but how do you actually structure the deal? How you charge determines if you stay middle class or become the top 1% wealthy. Next, I'm going to show you the God tier level of making money where you get paid millions for literally doing nothing. There are 6 ways to trade your value for money, and I will do them in reverse order of greatness. At the bottom, level 1. I work, then you pay. This is standard employment. It is the lowest risk, but it has the absolute lowest financial upside. Level 2 is you pay as we go. This is standard freelance or contract work. Still, terrible leverage. Level 3 is where you start acting like a boss. You pay, then I work. Think of surgeons or high-end agencies on retainer. You get paid in full upfront, completely eliminating your risk. Think about a surgeon. Have you ever heard a surgeon say, "Hey, let me do this open heart surgery, and if you like it, you can pay me later"? No. They get paid in full upfront. The more leverage and skill you have, the further up this pyramid you go, completely eliminating your risk. But if you want to get rich, you need level 4. When X happens, you pay me. This is revenue share or performance bonuses. It completely divorces your income from your time. If you use AI to get a client ranked on Google in 5 seconds, you get paid immediately. Now, the God tier. Level 5. Buying and selling risk itself. You will be compensated in proportion to the risk you are willing to take. Look at AppleCare or insurance companies. They get paid every single month just to take on the risk of something breaking, and most of the time, they deliver absolutely nothing. When you structure deals where you guarantee an outcome, the market will overcompensate you because people are terrified of risk. Before you ever try to make passive income, you must master active income. As Warren Buffett says, active learning comes first, passive rewards come later. But there is one final level above all of that. Level 6 is the absolute pinnacle of wealth. No matter what, you pay me. How do you do this? You control the flow of the money. Think about payment processors, massive franchisors, or charging royalties. They don't wait to see if a business is profitable. They control the transaction. Every time a card is swiped, they take their cut off the top before anyone else even sees the money. The ultimate rule of leverage is this: if you can position your business at the exact choke point where the money flows, you eliminate all risk, and you guarantee that you get paid forever. Let me leave you with this. Money is a fantastic servant, but a terrible master. If your only goal is just to have money, you will never have enough. and you will feel empty when you finally get the big check. Money is simply a hammer. It is only as useful as what you build with it. So ask yourself, what are you going to build in 2026? Are you going to keep counting other people's money and feeling jealous on social media? Or are you going to drop your ego, do the unsexy grunt work, and build your AI empire? The divide between the rich and the poor is going to get exponentially wider in the next few years because of artificial intelligence. You have the blueprint. Now you just have to execute. If you want to be part of the 1% that actually takes action, look me in the eyes and promise yourself you are going to focus for the next 1,000 days. If this video brought you value, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next deep dive into building wealth. I'll see you in the next one.